Alrighty, sir, all the pyrotechnics are set to go off.
Are you sure they work?
Yes, I'm sure they're safe. I tested them before we even got here.
Okay, if I die, it's on you.
Okay.
Alrighty, everyone, shush, shush. Lights, camera, and action! Oh my goodness, stop filming. Get a medic! Jerry, who set off these pyrotechnics? I don't know, was it that new guy Ed at catering? Or maybe was it Frazzadale? Frazzadale already left, you idiot. Hey, don't call the director an idiot. I can guarantee you whoever did it is fired.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, your man, Stokesy Camel, the Levan, back at it with another review. And yesterday, I was able to see The Fall Guy in theaters 2 days early with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in the movie. But before we get sexual, we're gonna go over the review itself, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, we're on the road to 700 subscribers. Just 20 away now. Really help out your boy if you did subscribe. And also maybe help with the YouTube algorithm, recommend the video to more people, and maybe they could join. That's And also do feel free to comment your thoughts on The Fall Guy down below if you have seen it. But before we get to actual beginning of the review itself, let's give a quick plot synopsis, shall we? So transition and shows.
After leaving the business 1 year earlier, battle-scarred stuntman Colt Seavers springs back into action when the star of a big studio movie suddenly disappears. As the mystery surrounding the missing actor deepens, Colt soon finds himself ensnared in a sinister plot that pushes him to the edge of a fall more dangerous than any stunt.
Alright, so, my excitement for The Fall Guy was pretty high. I was just expecting a schlocky little B-movie from the trailers. It looked like a lot of fun, and, went to go see it yesterday. As I said, I heard from, like, the early buzz by Southwest. I'm pretty sure that's what this, like, debuted at. I heard the buzz was pretty good, so when I finally saw it yesterday, we'll just see where I landed on it. So let's get to the actual review itself, or should I say, let's get right into it. Yeah. And starting off with the positives for The Fall Guy, which we always start off with good here. For our movie reviews, we have all the performances. So all the performances are definitely cheesy and goofy, but they're supposed to be like that, so it definitely works. I mean, you have
Ryan Gosling, who's always great, no matter what role you give him. And here he does a great job of playing a very charming character in Colt.
Then you also have the love interest played by Emily Blunt. I forgot what the character's name was, but she's good in here for the limited time she's on screen. You also got
Aaron Taylor-Johnson playing a goofy role.
Then also you get some cameos in here, which I don't spoil for my movie reviews unless they're titled a spoiler review, so this is not a spoiler review. But they do have some cameos in here that was pretty cool to see and pretty funny to see. So, yeah, that was all the performances were pretty good. Another good is a bunch of hilarious moments throughout the movie. There is quite a few in here that I can think of. Well, I can't talk about them really, but there's the movie they're filming. They use a lot of props and stuff a little bit later on in the movie, and I thought how they used them, it was pretty funny. Also, the action scenes throughout I thought were quite
awesome for a movie like this that had the theater dying laughing a couple of times. That had an awesome soundtrack playing through those scenes.
I also thought this movie did a good job at paying
tribute to all the stuntmen in Hollywood, which is probably arguably the most toughest job out there in filming movies.
Showing the lengths that stuntmen will go to have their moment in their movie, you know. They're about as important as actors, in my opinion, after watching this. Also, the plot is definitely one of the best out of these type of plots that we've only seen a rare few versions of, but they do good with it, where people are working on set and then they get thrown into a real life situation in a movie, kind of similar to The Last Action Hero, but they don't go through into the movie, if that makes sense. It happens during the filming of the movie, so it definitely does a great job at using that plot. And it also is final one in here, final positive, is it is also very fully aware it is ridiculous with all the stuff that happens in here. I won't spoil, but there's a bunch of scenes that are pretty funny, and it's pretty stupid, but you can't help but laugh. So there's that. Now we move on to the mixed aspects. The dialogue, I think the dialogue overall is pretty solid, but there might be some moments of dialogue that might be corny for some people, and they might cringe at it, if that makes sense. And then the final mixed aspect I have is the twist reveal in the third act. Of course, I can't talk spoilers here, but there is a reveal in the third act that I don't know how to feel about. It might be obvious to some people, but it might not at the same time. So I don't know how to feel about the reveal. And then that's the mixed aspects done, and now we move on to the bad, which only I have one bad, and this is kind of like just a nitpick. There's some stuff in here that isn't really realistic at all. So, and it's fully aware it's not realistic at all. So it's a nitpick. It's a minor nitpick at that. But with that being said, guys, that is my review of The Fall Guy, and let's bring out the toxic meter, and I will give this a toxic goodness A-. Yum. Usually toxic goodnesses, I usually give B pluses or B minuses or B's. I gave toxic goodness for this one because it's very aware that it is very stupid, and this movie I thought was great, and I can say that this year I finally watched another movie that I can say I've loved besides Civil War and Dune Part 2. So with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this toxic movie review of The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, almost said Ryan Reynolds. Be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on The Fall Guy down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.